Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today again we are going to continue our system design topic playlist, and we were studying about database replication, and this is the second video of that particular topic, and we are going to study about the leader follow architecture, or we can say master slave architecture. So without wasting any time, let's get started and study. So this is the type 1 architecture. We studied about in our previous video that there are three architectures. First one is the master slave, second is the multi-leader, and third one is the leaderless. So let's discuss about the master slave architecture in detail now. So what master slave architecture says that one leader handle all the write operations and all the followers, basically all the replicas will copy from the leader. So whenever the server will send the request, so master will receive all the write operations, and after that what happen? These replica will get the data with the help of write ahead logging or any cron job or anything. They will get this kind of data. There we studied about the three commit types. These commit types are going to be synchronous, asynchronous, and the semi-synchronous one. Okay, in the sync we will write in all the three data at once, and in the asynchronous we write into the master, and after that later on we update the replicas later on, not at the same time, so it will give you the more speed. And in the semi-synchronous one we'll write into the master, and in any of the one replica, let's say if we have the two replicas right now, then we will write in one replica, then we will consider it as a write, and later on we'll update to the replica 2 as well. So this is known as the master slave architecture. The main point is only the leader, only the master will handle the write. So whenever the server will send the request, it will land to the master. Okay, so this is known as the master slave architecture. Now let's talk about the write ahead logging. So leader writes into a special log known as the write ahead logging. It is used in Postgres, bin log in the MySQL. It is very similar to the write ahead logging. So, but it is usually known as the bin log in MySQL. And here I mentioned the follower pulls this log and apply changes in the same order. Okay. So remember one thing, whenever we write the data into our databases, especially in the master, what is going to happen? We don't directly write into the database. Like, it means that we are not going to make the row directly. What we are going to do, first of all, whenever the request come, it is going to skip all the operations. What do I mean by skip all the operation? It means that we'll skip the OS operations, bin operations. Like, there are multiple things that are going on into a CPU. We'll miss all these things. We'll make a direct stream. Okay, whenever the entry comes, we'll make a direct stream and write into a log. That is known as the write ahead logging. We will first store that, and after that we will store it into our master. Okay, so this write ahead logging file is going to be the source of truth for the master, and it is going to be the source of truth for the master and for all the replicas. This is something that you need to understand. So write ahead logging is going to be the source of truth. So these followers is going to pull all the data from write ahead logging file. Okay, so whenever there is a file is like we have this write ahead logging file, so all the followers will get the data from the write ahead logging file. They'll not actually go to the database and figure it out, like which data is missing, which we have to add. So whatever into the write ahead logging, they will just do it step by step. Now let's understand write ahead logging. We'll see if we don't have it, then what is going to happen. If we have the write ahead logging file, what are the benefits of it? We'll understand it with this simple example. We are going to discuss this table right now. This particular table we are going to discuss. You can ignore everything else. So in the write ahead logging, let's say for example we don't have it, then what are the issues that we are going to get? And when we have it, when we have this write ahead logging file, what it solves, let's understand it. So first of all, what is going to happen at time 10, what is going to happen? User sends a transfer request. It means that we are transferring the amount. So I'll just make this example here as well. So let's see, I'll make these two boxes. Okay, and I'll mention that this is user A and this is user B for now. Okay, so that you can understand. So first of all, a user sends a transfer request. Basically we have to transfer the money from A to B. That is something that we want to do. So what is going to happen? Account A balance is updated -100. So assuming that account has balance 100. Okay, and whenever the requests come at 10:1, it is going to be 0. So let's say 100, and after that it becomes 0 because we are going to debit that money. Okay, so we reach that state. So it means in our database two rows are there. First is the A row and second is the B row. So we deducted the amount. So in A it is showing 0 right now. Okay, and after that the system crashes. Okay, and let's say B is at, let's say, X amount, or let's say B is at, let's say, 5 amount, and then it should become 105 after some time, but it will not happen because, okay, system crashes. If the system crashes and again restart also, we will never be able to reach this state. Like we will never able to reach this particular state. This state will never be reachable because we don't have it anywhere. System crashes here at this point. Okay, so we updated this balance 100 to 0. This is fine, but we will never be able to reach this particular state. Okay, because system crashes. But now let's see how we will be able to reach to this state with the help of this write ahead logging. Then you will be able to understand the importance of write ahead logging and how we are going to use it into the replicas as well. So let me just what I'll do, let me just remove this and we'll continue with the same example, and I'll just, yeah. Now let's again continue with the same example, and this time if the system crashes we are still going to maintain the consistent state. Now what is going to happen? First of all, user sends the request, okay, the same to the A, and now we are going to make a write ahead logging entry, okay, into one file. So there is going to be one extra file. In this file, let me just write it. Let's say for example we will write one, so we will write something like this, that at, let's say 10 0 0 0 0 1, there is going to be an entry that say A account is going to be A minus 100 and B is going to be B plus 100. This is the entry that we will write into our write ahead logging. This is all going to happen before this rows are going to be updated. So I'll just shift them. Okay, so these things are going to happen later. First this entry we will write into our write ahead logging. We have this entry now. After that, what we are going to do, will reach to the database, and now what we are going to do, account A updated minus 100, so we will reach to this state. Okay, and now what is going to happen after system crashes? Now when our system will crash, it will replay. Okay, now it means the system will come up after some time. Let's say after 10 minutes system come up. Okay, now what is going to happen? It will replay all the write ahead logging file. It will start from the beginning. It will check like this thing is done, this thing is done, this thing is done. It will check every single thing and it will figure it out. This B plus 100 step is missing. We didn't do that, okay, because system crashes before that. So it will see that what are the changes that are not applied, okay, from the write ahead logging file, and it will apply them. So it will apply these changes and we will reach to the consistent state after our master start or after our system started. Okay, so these are the benefit. This is the benefit of our write ahead logging file, and this write ahead logging file is going to be pulled by the replicas and by the followers. I hope I am able to make you understand what are the benefits of write ahead logging file, and now we will see how this write ahead logging file will help you in replication as well. Okay, so let me just delete this, and now let's go to the two situations. Okay, so there are the two situations that we fall in our leader follower architecture. The first situation is going to be adding a new follower. It means that suppose there are two followers already and we want to add one more follower. Let's say it means that we have one master and two replicas and we want to add one more replica. Okay, so if we want to add one more replica, it should be in sync with master. Okay, so this is something that we want to do, and we will see how we can do it with the help of this write ahead logging file. And this is also going to benefit when we want, like when one of the followers die and then it again come up. Okay, it will work in both the situation. So I mentioned the steps here that you cannot just copy the data. The leader keeps getting the new writes during the copy. Okay, so while you are making while your follower is coming up, okay, at the same time the master is still getting the writes, okay, from the server. So that's why we cannot just started copying the data from the replica. We need some technique, and this technique we can use with the help of this write ahead logging file. So see, so first of all, what we are going to do, we will take a snapshot of leader's data at any certain point of time. So for example, till that time we will take a snapshot. Then this data we will copy. After that, copy that snapshot to the follower. We will copy that same write ahead logging file from master to the follower, to the new follower. Okay, if the new, let's say the follower dies and it again comes up, then it is also a new follower. We'll just copy that particular snapshot. After that, what happened? Followers connects and said, give me all the changes in that snapshot. So first of all, follower will apply all the changes from that write ahead logging file, and then again ask for the new snapshot. It will be keep on asking the snapshots from the master, and it will be keep on updating itself. First of all, it is going to be very big snapshot, and after that it is going to be very small snapshot. At one time it is going to be in sync with master, like it is going to be at moment everything will come, start rate coming in just one single row difference is going to be there, and it is going to catch the leader. This is how we're going to do. We'll see it with an example also. So see here what is going to happen. For example, this is the time. Okay, so leader receives a write operation from T1 and processing. Leader writes into logged. First of all, like reader will write into our write ahead logging file. After that, write ahead logging file sent it to follower A and follower B. Okay, so it means that we have one master and let's say two replica. So I'll just make two replica, simple as that. Okay, so this is the architecture that we have right now, one master and the two replicas. And what we are going to do, write ahead logging file sent to follower A and follower B. So all the data that is in the master, we are sending it to follower A and to the follower B. Now what is happening? Follower A applies this particular T1. Okay, so let's say if there is a transaction going on, so let's say if there is a transaction going on T1, it happened in this one, it happened in this one, but after that, let's say particular this follower B crashes. Okay, then what is going to happen if this particular this particular replica crashes? Then when this particular B replica comes up, okay, this is down right now. When it is going to come up, it will figure it out. It is going to have its own write ahead logging file. It will apply that, or it can ask from this particular master that please provide me your write ahead logging file. Okay, it will pull the data. Next time it will again ask for like what are the snapshot, again give me the data. Till the time it will be keep on asking, and it will update its database. It will update all the copies into a B replica, and everything is going to be consistent. That is what I mentioned it here. Follower B restarts, request for the missing logs. Okay, it will ask from the T1. Leader sends the missing write ahead logging entries, sync in progress. Okay, and follower B catches up, and it is known as, and it will be fully synchronized with the master. So in this situation, what is happening? Our follower is dying, follower is coming up, or new follower is adding. Okay, we solved all this situation in this particular scenario. Now let's see another example in which what is going to happen if leader dies. So now we are in the situation, if the leader dies, then what is going to happen? And I wanted to mention, if the leader dies, then we are going to also answer who will become the new leader. If the leader dies, who will become the new leader? That can be the question. Okay, so let's see that. So first of all, we will discuss all the steps like we discussed in the follower situations. So there are 4 steps again. First step is going to be detect leader is dead. Wait for the timeout, not just slow. Okay, so if leader is died, okay, in that situation, followers are pulling the data. Okay, if the followers will not get the data in, let's say, 30 seconds. Okay, if the leader didn't ping, okay, in that 30 seconds, now the followers know very well that our leader is died. If our leader is died right now, then let's say there are 3 followers. I'll make the situation here for you, so it will be easy for you to understand. So I'll just go here and I will make it in this way, that this is the master and these are, let's say, circle, let's say 3 circle. Okay, so these are the 3 replicas. Okay, so these are the 3 replicas and this is the master. Now what is going to happen if the leader is died? Basically this master is died right now. Now what is going to happen? Any one of the 3 replicas should become a new master. This is something that we want to do. In that situation, first of all, what we did, how did we figure out that our master is dead? Because of this timeout. Secondly, we want to do pick up the most up-to-date follower and a new leader. Okay, so out of these 3 replica, we have to figure out who is the most updated replica. So for example, this is having the most updated data. Okay, so it will become a new leader. Now what is happening, pick the most up-to-date follower as a new leader, redirect all the client writes to the new leader. So basically this is dead. Okay, so we'll just move it, and now the requests are going to be coming to this particular leader, and these two will become the replicas as it is. Now whenever the old leader comes back, now becomes a follower. So now if this particular leader who died, if it comes back, and now it will act as a follower. Okay, so this is how the system will work. The point is, we'll just understand it with this table as well. Leader receives this write T5, and leader writes a write ahead log. Okay, so we are doing this transaction T5, and leader writes the write ahead log. Write ahead log sends to the follower A. Basically, let's say for example, this is the follower A for in our situation. Okay, leader gets this particular write, and now what is going to happen? The leader crashes. So this particular will become the new leader because it is going to have the most updated write ahead logging. Okay, so it will become the new leader. So this is the end of the video. In this video we covered about the master slave architecture. Secondly, we covered about what will happen if we add a new follower or we delete the new follower. Thirdly, we also covered about that what is going to happen if the leader is down, how the slave will become the new master, how the follower will become the new leader. But I want to tell one thing, that this is not the correct situation every single time. So in the next video, we are going to study about the leader election. That is very commonly used in these kind of questions, like which will become the new leader. Secondly, who wins the quorum. So this leader election is the most common technique that we use to choose who will become the new leader, who will become the new follower. And this thing that we have discussed till now, that every time I'm telling you this is not the right answer. Every time the most updated one will not become the leader. We will discuss that in detail in the next video about the leader election. Okay, we'll also see some zookeeper cases. So but this is an important topic, and this is the right place to put the leader election. So that's why I'm putting it after this. That is not an architecture type, so don't be confused. We have just studied one architecture type, that is master slave architecture. So this is it for the video, and we will meet in our next video where we study about the leader election. And thank you for watching me, and have a good day, and bye bye.